Hello and welcome to Amethyst Star Crafting. My name is Jane Allmark and I'm a UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And today I thought I would show you the finishing off of a card. I've been working on an anniversary card. Let me show you it. It takes an awful lot of things and I've worked on it for probably about an hour or so at the moment. It's got old, it's got new, it's got a bit of everything on it. I had a customer of mine who has, her daughter is celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary. This is a lady who is in her 90s and she comes to me for all sorts of different cards and things. She wanted something very pretty, lots on it because she always likes lots on it. So I'll walk you through it. I've used I've got to get it out, the Best Dressed Designer Series paper pack. Now, I'm not into the handbags and things like that, but I really love the flowers on it. And obviously our paper's double-sided and the flowers on this are absolutely beautiful. So I chose just for the border this beautiful sort of pink, and then I cut, so I've done it in layers. So I've done an outside layer. It's a square card, so you can do it whatever size you want, and I've just done increments of white cardstock, the Designer Series paper. The Designer Series paper, again, I just cut it from the middle, and then white cardstock for the centre. Now, this little white part is done with the lovely Very Versailles, and you know that I did a card the other day with it. I love the script on this. It just works with everything. Use smoky slate and it gives that lovely little background. I've then heat embossed in gold the little flowers from the Free as a Bird, these two. Again, we used them the other day, but I absolutely love them because they're just so sort of detailed and really make this card. So I've done them in clusters, large and small. Some of them up with dimensional, so you get some height. Some of them down, just sort of flat. Then the 50 is, and the Happy Anniversary is actually taken out of an old set. The nice thing about Stampin' Up is that once you've bought a set, you can keep it for years and years and years. And this is number of years. I use it because it has lovely numbers on it, which are big, which add a focal point. I wanted the little scroll thing for the anniversary, and I wanted the little happy to match with that on the top. So I've just done that simply in black, because then that stood out, and I put a little tiny flower in the centre of there. So that's the front of the card. Oh, and I just put a tiny little bit of lace, which is this lovely, what is it called? I have to look it up. Scalloped lace trim. It's really nice because it's just lacy. You can add just a touch or you can add quite a lot. It's entirely sort of down to you. So that's the front of the card. I now want to do something special on the inside of the card. So that's where you're sort of joining me now. This, as I say, took me about an hour or so to do, so I'm not going to do that on the video because it would just go on forever and ever and ever. However, I have cut just a centerpiece which is 5 inches by 5 inches because that's the square I'm using, and I want to put a sentiment which will match with Happy Anniversary, and I thought wishing you every happiness this special day will bring would be absolutely perfect. So we're going to use that. And as I said, one of the lovely things is you can mix and match just about anything you want. And that's what makes it so lovely. Hold on, I need to get another block. Bear with me a second. Right, I've just got a... Didn't get all my blocks out. I've had so many blocks out for this. So I need to just put this in on here. Let's line it up with the grid paper so that that's straight. Then I can get this on as straight as I can. Let's have a look at that. That looks fine. And I'm just going to put that in on the centre. So let me use my Memento. And we'll just ink that up. And then I can put that in on the centre on here. Again, I can line it up with our grid paper. Grid paper is just so brilliant for just getting things straight, particularly if you're somebody who's not a particularly straight person. I'm just going to put that straight in the centre. Like that. Wishing you every happiness this special day will bring. That looks nice. And then I just want to take, I think I just want to take the flower from the front and just put maybe a little cluster of those down on the bottom. Now I could emboss those, but I think I'm just going to keep it fairly plain and just do it. I don't want to have too many layers on there. Now I could just emboss it in on there, but I think I'm going to, no, I'm just going to do it with just a couple of one of those, and we'll have just a couple of those ones, I think, just at the bottom, just to sort of fancy it up a bit. So let's put this one in on here, put this on, and I'm going to do it in the Memento, although I'm probably going to watercolour it, so we'll have to see how that works. It might work okay, it might not. We'll just have to see. I might even do it with the blends in there. So we'll just have one down just in the bottom like that. And then we will take, it's quite funny. I'm always showing you cards and things, and I very rarely ever show the insides, but it's always nice to, you know, to put something on the inside of your card to just make it as pretty as the outside. Again, do your envelopes, you know, just put a little flower or something on the envelope. In fact, I might actually do that with the envelope, depending on the time, but it just shows you that you can just make things coordinate and pretty with both things. In fact, let me see if I've got, I need to have quite a reasonable sized envelope for this. Let's have a look and see what size that one is. That should work, shouldn't it? It's a little big. Let's see if I've got one that's a bit smaller. That's going to be too small, I think. Is it going to be too small? Yes, I'm going to take it slightly larger, I think. Let's have a look and see on. I've got that size, but I think that is, yeah, it's going to be just too tight. I've made this, I don't know what size I've made it, but I've made it. That will work. It's a little bit bigger, but I think that that will work fine. So while we're at it, we're going to do just a couple of little ones as well on. Did I put that one back? Yes, I did. I'm just going to put that in on. Let's put that one down. Just a couple just on the envelope, just on the little flap on here, so that it looks really pretty for an anniversary. So I'm just going to do just one there. And then we're going to take the little one. So let's just get that one. But yes, always remember to do your envelopes too. It is one of those things that, you know, we quite often forget those things. We're so busy doing the card that, you know, we stick it into a plain envelope and then don't do anything with it. Now, I really need to do a mask. So, very quickly, doing a mask, let's take a little bit of sticky post-it note, put that down on there. And if you're doing anything where you need to have Swip it round, that one on there. Anything that you need to have it behind, which you can achieve really easily when you've got just two, then I can put them in the box. It's very easy to achieve when you are die cutting them or fussy cutting them out. These ones I fussy cut out, so I did in the gold, and you can then sort of tuck them in and put them where you want. If you want it inside, because obviously you want that to be flat, because that's the part that you're posting, then it's a good idea to do a mask. So really easy, just do it with post-it note, and you can cut several out at the same time, but you just literally have to fussy cut it through. And if you do it right up to the edge, then you're going to get it accurately when you stamp over it. If you do it with just a little bit of a border, then it's not going to fit perfectly and look as if the flower is behind. So, as I say, just quickly cut it out right the way along those little edge pieces. Let's take it out to there. And then you can very easily just stamp the inside bits that you want. So I don't know whether, I think some of you know, I'm at the moment with this social isolating and things, I work with elderly people at a day centre, and I'm the senior activities coordinator, which basically means that I do all the activities and things with them, which I absolutely love. Whereas of course at the moment we can't do that, but I'm now helping with the meals. We deliver hot meals to people in the neighbourhood, and so this is one of my ladies who I am delivering a hot meal to every day, and she said to me, "Oh, I can't get out to the shops or anything, and can you possibly make me a 50th wedding anniversary, which is golden, for my daughter?" And I thought, my goodness, that's pretty incredible. So I said, yes, I would absolutely love to do that. So let's put that one there. And I'm going to do just 3. So I'm going to do one side and one the other side. Take that little mask off. So that's the envelope. And then let's just put this in on the inside piece. It's always a bit of a wiggle to wiggle it round to get it where it actually is, but that's fine on there. And then we'll just have the 2 little ones in. So yes, so I said that I would get it done for her. This one we'll have up the top that way, and we'll have the other one turn it round down on the bottom that way. So yes, so I turned around and said that I would get that done for her, and so I've been working on it, and I thought, well, I was so pleased with it. It you know, does look beautiful, that I thought that I would come on and just do the finishing bit, so you can, again, a lot of the videos I do give you ideas, and you know, once you've got the idea, you can then go away and go like, oh yes, actually I could do this for a birthday, I could do this for a whatever's coming up. So that's going to go on like that. I can put that in the case, so I've then got that if I need to use it next time. And what have I done with that other little one? There it is. Put that back in its case as well. Always put things back so you don't lose them. Okay, so now we just need to add just a little bit of colour to those, and I'm going to do I'm going to do the watercolour pencils like I did before, and I'm going to take out, we want quite a bright pink in here, so I'm going to do Melon Mambo, and for the centre because I don't want the water to come in, I'm going to use one of our blends. So I'm going to use the yellow blend, which will just, I'm going to have to use it quite lightly because otherwise it will bleed through the envelope on the other side. So I'm just going to very lightly, without saturating the paper, just do the inside, because as I say, if I do it lightly, it won't bleed through. I could have used stays on, but I just wanted it to just come through. So I'm literally hardly touching the paper at all. Like that. And then I could just use, no, I want to use the pencil for this part. So this one, I'm just literally going over the very tip of it, like I did on the other one. So just over the top, not pressing very hard because I only want a light amount of colour on it. So just round on the edges with the pencil, like that, and again on the envelope. So it just gives just a little bit of something. And I'm only doing it on the flap, because I don't want to do it on the front, because if she's got to put an address and everything like that on there, sometimes the post people can be a little bit funny. Now I need my aqua painter, so get my aqua painter out and just make sure I can squeeze a little bit of colour of water through. Comes through on the barrel, you can see it sort of coming down, and then once it's through you can is that through? No, not quite yet. There we go. So take it through to just get the bristles moist, and then you don't want too much water in there, but just very, it says me, I want it as dry as I can. You're just going to take that colour through just in onto the centre like that. So just taking it round. In on there, which just gives it just a little soft pink on the outside, and it still sort of gives it white. I have, at this time of year, and I don't know around the world, it's I know one lady was turning around and saying that they've still got snow and slush and all of those things. We've got beautiful spring weather, although it's gone from being very warm to being a little cold, but it's all the trees are just coming out into their full blossom. So you've got apple trees and you've got cherry trees, and it's just absolutely lovely. So I'm going to just it reminds me, and I thought, well, if you've got an anniversary at this time of year, then the beautiful cherry blossom and apple blossom has that sort of pinky outside with the white on the inside, and is really rather beautiful. So I'm just going to put that leveled in the center, and that just finishes it off nicely, leaving lots of room for her to put, you know, whatever she wants inside on there. And then you've got the envelope as well, which goes with it, which again just adds a little something. And as I say, I could have put something on that side, but the post is quite difficult if you over fancy the front of an envelope. So it's quite nice to just do the side. So you have this beautiful card with the wishing you every happiness this special day will bring inside, and a lovely envelope. And as I say, I think that that will be a absolutely beautiful gift for her to send through to her friend. So thank you so much for joining me today. Do look forward to seeing you again. Stay safe, stay well. Bye-bye.